Next on the program will be Mr. Calvin Murphy from Northwest Michigan.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Name's Calvin Murphy. I am from up in Bear Lake, Michigan, in the northwest part of Manistee County on the Benzie line. First, I want to say I am a member of the Robert Finch camp up in Traverse City, and I'm a very, very proud member of them. And they're here, and I'd like to thank them for coming down this far to help in this ceremony. And also the Alexander Finch camp from down in this area. And I think they all deserve a hand for helping out here. And then also the Mecosta VFW, who so humbly offered to be the rifle squad for today. So that is your VFW, your local heroes. And I am a Vietnam veteran. I do just want to take a minute to show the similarities between the Civil War and Vietnam, what we have in common. These African American soldiers volunteered to fight for the freedom of the Union, this flag. And they fought under such adversities you could not imagine. In some cases, they were treated worse than they were in the South, but yet still they wanted to fight for that flag. And then they started paving the way to change this country after the Civil War. So now I know you're going to be asking, what do they have in common with Vietnam? Well, those African American soldiers were never acknowledged, as we were, that fought in Vietnam. We were not acknowledged. Some ways today, 50-some years later, we still are not. But what these men that you're honoring today did was make it where there was one difference in Vietnam. As black and white soldiers, we fought side by side. It was not segregated. A lot of blood was shed by all. And if it wasn't for these soldiers stepping up and doing what they did, it was courage above and beyond the call of duty. And I will always look at them as my heroes. We have bad times going on right now. We're slipping back a little, but I know we will stand up and rise and keep marching forward to keep it. We're an integrated country. Amen. Now, I'm sorry I have to read this poem. It was given to me late, and I don't know if I could have memorized that much. I can't even remember what I ate yesterday, so I'm going to try it. This poem is called The Black Regiment. Dark as clouds of even, ranked in the western heaven, waiting the breath that lifts all the dread that mass, and drifts tempest and falling brand over a ruined land. So still and orderly, arm to arm, knee to knee, waiting the great event. That stands the Black Regiment. Down the long dusty line, teeth gleaming, eyeballs shine, in the bright bayonet bristling and firmly set, flash with a purpose of grand. Long eerie, the sharp command of the fierce rolling drum told them that their time had come, told them what work was sent, for that was the Black Regiment. Now the flag, the sergeant cried, through the death and hell betide, let the whole nation see if we are fit to be free in this land or bound down like the whining hound, bound with red stripes of pain in our old chains again. Oh, what a shout there went from the Black Regiment. Charge, trumpet and drum awoke, Onward the bondmen broke, bayonet and saber stroke, vainly opposed their rush through the wild battle's crush. With but one thought aflush, driving through their lords a shaft, in the guns and mouth they laugh, or at the slippery brands, leaping with open hands, down they tear man and horse, down in their awful course, trampling with a bloody heel or crashing steel, all their eyes bent forward. There rushed the black regiment. Freedom, their battle cry, freedom, or leave to die. And they meant the word, not as with us till heard, not a mere party shout. They gave their spirits out, trusted to the end to God, and on the gory sod rolled in triumph blood. Glad to strike one free blow, whether for weal or foe. Glad to breathe one free breath through on the lips of death, praying, alas, in vain, that they might fall again, so they could once more see that burst to liberty. That was what freedom lent to this black regiment. Hundreds on hundreds fell, but they are resting well. Scourges and shackles strong never shall do them wrong. Oh, to the living few, soldiers, be just and true. Hail them as comrades and tried, fight them side by side, never in field or tent, scorned the black regiment.